to start the recording so we can go ahead and get started. So like I said, thank you guys for hopping on the call today. We're super excited and blessed to be here. I'm super honored today to be able to not only introduce my mentor, but a good friend of mine. I've known her for a little over a year now, and I've just seen the way this woman works. She's younger than me, mind you, and her work ethic is out of this world. Her heart is pure gold. She is one of the most truest servant leaders that I have ever got the privilege to meet and befriend and learn from and, just spend my time with. So I'm excited for you guys to hear from her and to just let her take it away today. So hi, Spela. Thank you for hopping on.
Hey, thanks so much, Alina, for that. And thank you for everything you do for the woman, staying consistent and getting this movement, going and off its feet. So thank you again for everything you do, as well as a lot of the other ladies on here that pour into this every single week to spread awareness. I think that's what it's all about as a women's movement, is to spread awareness and educate women across the world on, how information can change situations. And that's the biggest thing is, that we realize, and I've realized throughout my journey, is that it's certain information that we get access to, right? There's no difference between the wealthy or the poor. The only difference is they have access to information that the other ones don't have, right? So that's what it's all about. And I believe what IML provides and what a lot of the women here provide, sharing with the world, is information that can change people's lives. It can change your lives. It's changed my life. Getting access to the information of the foreign exchange market has completely transformed my life, and getting the mentorship and being surrounded by a group of people within this industry that have created tremendous wealth to mentor me. Growing up, I didn't have mentors that truly have had success in their lives that I wanted. My family, my professors, my friends, no one had the success in the life that I wanted. And so I had to go out there and seek that. And with the power of social media, we're able to connect, worldwide, globally, with people and share this information. So it's super powerful to be able to do that. So if you are new on this call and you're not a part of our movement, our company, I'm not going to go in depth on what it is that we do, but understand that learning how to multiply your money 24 hours a day is a skill set. And once you learn that skill set, no one could ever take it away from you. And that is what attracted me to this. And, once I really got excited about it, I saw that this can change thousands of lives over the world. And I felt it was selfish of me not to share it with my friends, with my family, and then beyond that on social media to strangers. When I personally started, none of my friends or family believed that, this could be something that it's outside of the regular route, and they believe that it's not something that was possible, and it's not their fault. That's what they were taught. But I took it upon myself to not listen to their opinions and advice, because that was not their expertise. And I feel like any subject we want to learn or grow in, we have to find people that have invested time, energy, and money to create an expertise, right? And have that, whether it's self-growth, self-development, working out, business, anything, you have to have someone that has expertise. If your friend tells you, hey, what you're doing is never going to work, it's too risky, it's a scam, well, what is your friend's lifestyle like? Is your friend's lifestyle, are they living paycheck to paycheck? Are they working 3 jobs? Do they have the life that you want? If they do, great, I'll listen to your opinion. But if not, it didn't discourage me. And I started when I was young. I got involved when I was 18. So no one listened to me. So I built, my entire network and met people all online. And years later, my friends and family came back and joined me, right? So understand that you may not have the support from everyone in the beginning, but don't let it stop you to know what is possible, because you have a community that can help you grow and elevate. And that's what really helped me, throughout the years. So that's the huge part. Learn the skill set and don't get discouraged. This is not an industry where it's get rich quick, get rich overnight, right? Come in here and make hundreds and thousands of dollars in the beginning. No, it's a skill set. Just like when we go to college, right? We go to college or a university, and we spend 10 years in a college university to learn the skill sets that we need to then go apply them, and then over 40, 50, 60-year time span, then we continue to get more experience and elevate our income, right? So don't expect this to be any different. I'm not saying it's going to take that long, but it is a skill set that you are going to learn over time, and you're never really going to stop learning, right? And don't be scared. Just because think of it, when you start a new job, you don't know anything. You have to go through training. So it's the same thing here. It's no different. It's information that you have to get trained on, and over time you develop it, the experience. And the beautiful thing is the company gives you tools to mirror professionals and tools to make money while you are learning once you master the basics, right? But it does take consistency and discipline. And something that one of my mentors told me, if you guys know who John C. Maxwell is, he is a writer, best-selling author for leadership development. He's created over $700 million in wealth from writing books. He's about, I think, 74, and I had the chance to hear him speak twice, and he always says that anything worthwhile is uphill, right? Anything worthwhile is uphill. If you're doing something that's not uphill, it's most likely not worthwhile, right? Whether it's working out, whether it's getting in shape, eating right, it's always an uphill climb, but it is worthwhile with consistency. So what tends to happen that I've done in the past and I see other people do is we start climbing the hill, right? Walking up the hill, and we take a day off, and the day we take a day off, we slide down, right? Then we start walking back up, then we take a day off, we slide back down. Then we start walking consistent for a couple of days, we take a day off, we slide back down. So understand those days off is a slide, and the days walking up, right, is an uphill battle. So those days off, it's creating a circle where you're just in the same spot over and over and over and over, and nothing has changed, right? So the biggest thing is consistency. So something that I learned from John C. Maxwell, he talks about it in his books, and I've applied to my life, is to take 4 things that you're going to do every single day. No matter if it's Christmas, no matter if it's your birthday, no matter if you're sick, no matter what it is. This man for, I think he said for 50 something years, every single day he's done those 4 things, right? And that's why he's created the tremendous amount of wealth and changed so many lives by teaching, applying 4 things. So if you can take 4 things that you want to grow in your life and do it every day, it doesn't have to take hours. It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30-minute thing. But if you do it every day, no matter what happens, right? Then guess what? You don't start to be on a slide where you're in the same spot all the time, right? So, for example, his 4 things were, it was, because it's going to be based on your niche, right, and what you want to grow in, but his were, he reads every day, he writes every day, writes at least 1 page a day, he researches every day, and he, what was the last one? I forget what the last one is, but there was 4 things that he does every day, no matter what day it is, what holiday it is, what happened in his life. You apply the same thing, and that's what I've done is I've applied certain habits where if I wake up late, I make sure I do it at night. If I wake up in the morning before I start my day, I do it in the morning. But it's something I'm doing no matter what happens. And I understand things come up in life, family, personal issues, all those things. But it's finding and making the time to do that, right? And the thing is, with creating new habits in life, right? Creating new habits it doesn't take more time. Creating habits replaces current habits you have, right? So a lot of people, when they want to grow, they say, well, I don't have the time to grow. I don't have the time to learn that. I don't have the time to do that. Well, those are habits that you're simply replacing, not adding to your life. So if you're spending an hour a day, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day watching TV, right? And then you say, well, I don't have the time to get on IMO TV, or I don't have the time to work out, or I don't have the time to do this. Well, because you're trying to add that to your life instead of replacing a bad habit, like watching 1, 2, 3 hours of TV, news. That's probably the worst thing you could watch. I won't get in depth on it, but watching these things, right, you're replacing habits, and that's all success habits is. There's a great book by Dean, I can't remember his last name. It's Dean, but it's called Millionaire Success Habits. And he takes you through a process and a journey on how to replace the habits in your life and create success habits. So those of you that want to become professional traders and learn a long-term skill set, or those of you that just want to make some extra income or want to build a network or anything else in life, whether it's personal growth, development, getting in shape, find the habits on a daily basis that you're doing, write them down. The only way you can evaluate where you are, right? Well, you can't change where you're going if you don't evaluate where you are. So if you don't know on a daily basis what you're doing every single hour of your day, you can't change your habits to become a professional trader, to be a chairman's hand, to create other businesses in your life, to get in shape, whatever your goals are. You can't change those things if you don't know where you're currently at. So what I highly suggest is really tracking what you're doing so you can see it visually and evaluate it, right? So tomorrow when you wake up, you can do it so many ways. I have a Google sheet, right? It's Google Drive, free online. It's a sheet, and I track everything I'm doing, how long I'm spending on it, and what it is. In my phone, I have a calendar of certain meetings and things that I have to go to, or certain things that I'm doing, right? So my day is scheduled, but I get to see, okay, I'm spending 2 hours working out. I'm spending 30 minutes reading a book. I'm spending 5 hours on meetings and calls. I'm spending 2 hours trading, right? I get to visually see where all my time is going, and then I can create and change the habits that need to be changed to personally grow myself and get to the next level, right? So those of you that have goals, dreams, aspirations, everyone's is going to be different. If you're working towards them and you don't know where you are now, I challenge you tomorrow to start tracking your day. Just write down, and it's hard to start tracking it when you start right away, but even go back at the end of the day and say, okay, maybe I woke up at 8 to 9 and I ate breakfast and got ready for work. 9 to 5, right? I was at work. 5 to 6, I drove home and ate. 6 to 7, I'm watching the news or Netflix or spending time with my kids. 8 to 9, I'm on IMLTV. So lay out your day and see where you can replace certain habits to help you elevate and grow towards your personal goals, business goals, spiritual goals, whatever that is, right? So that's the biggest thing that I can suggest that my mentors have helped me do through reading books, listening to audio, and surrounding myself with people, is to make those changes and replace habits, not create new ones, right? And understand it takes approximately 27 days of consistency to replace a habit for it to be subconscious, right? So I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because you're consciously doing something different. If you're consciously used to, if you're subconsciously used to waking up, turning on the news, and getting ready for work, well, that's a habit, right? So now if you're replacing that habit with, maybe instead of turning on the news, you listen to, a personal development book, or music to get you pumped up and excited for the day, or whatever it is, right? You're replacing that habit, but that habit is going to be conscious every day, because your subconscious tendency is to turn on that news, get ready, right? Turn on that news, get ready. So for 27 days consciously, you have to be consistent, and it's going to be hard to stay aware of what you're doing. And after 27 days, it starts to become subconscious, right? Just like turning on the news was subconscious, now it's turning on Les Brown or a book or whatever, audio, while you're getting ready, right? Same thing. While you're cooking, while you're showering, put on an audio, right? Create habits and replace habits that you currently have to help you self-growth, because all success is training your subconscious mind of good habits and great habits for growth, right? Same thing with getting healthy and working out. That's something that I've struggled with since I've retired from playing soccer my entire life, right? Personally, I was used to always being trained and working with a team. So since I retired from college soccer, I have personally struggled to stay healthy and motivate myself to work out without a team environment and a coach, right? So I've had to take it upon myself to consciously work hard every single day on what I'm eating, what I'm working out, and getting a coach to help me work through it, whether it's an online YouTube video giving me workouts, right? It doesn't matter what it is. I'm finding my weaknesses, right? I'm evaluating my weaknesses, and then I'm replacing them with better habits, right? So we all have different things that we struggle with. The best thing you can do is replace the habit, find a mentor or a coach, and just stay consistent for 27 days till you turn it into a subconscious effort where it's just there, it's happening. And that's where success comes from, right? Understand that the crazy thing in our industry and what we do is, maybe someone in your life that's successful at running a business or successful at, being a model or an actor, whatever. Great. That's success and mentors we can look up to, but we can't necessarily model what they have because it's a specific skill set, unless you're good at that skill set, right? In the industry we're in, we all have equal opportunity to model the success principles from the mentors that we have. Everyone can make money trading. Everyone can become a professional trader. Everyone can build a team and a network. The principles and the mentors are there. It's not just one CEO, one manager, one supervisor. Everybody has that equal opportunity, which is huge, right? You can take principles from those people in your life as to what those are. Because what I've realized from studying successful people, from studying billionaires, is success habits that they all do on a daily basis. And when those things become subconscious, it attracts success into their lives with whatever they're doing, if that makes sense, right? So you want to create those habits to become subconscious, and the habits are the same, whether you want to do real estate, you want to, be a professional trader, be a professional network marketer, you want to open up your own business, no matter what avenue of generating income, it's the same habits, the exact same habits that you do on a daily basis to prepare yourself for those. Now, obviously, there's certain skill sets attached, but those skill sets can always be learned. And if you're excited and passionate and willing to learn them, then there you go, right? And one of my mentors in the beginning of my journey always said that you have to change. You have to have a willingness to learn and a willingness to change. So you will never learn something unless you're willing to change things in your life. And that's kind of what we just talked about, is replacing habits. So understand that the books, the mentors, the gurus out there that train on success habits, they're all saying the same thing, but in different ways. It's certain principles that allow you to become successful no matter what avenue you're going down, right? And also for personal growth, health, all of those things. So, these are things that I want to share with you guys, because these are things that have helped me a lot in my journey in my life. Building teams, owning properties, becoming, professional trader, is just simply applying these principles to every area of my life that I want to expand in and grow, right? And that's the biggest thing I would say tomorrow is go ahead and start tracking what you're doing, and then you can make the necessary changes to make those changes. And if you need, the biggest thing I say is find an accountability partner, right? There's probably people on this call that want to grow and take the challenge. Well, connect with someone, whether you know them or not, and talk to each other, motivate each other, right? Think about it like this. When I played soccer my whole life growing up and in college, I would do the things necessary to learn the skill set, to be coached, to mentor, to be in shape, right? I can still do those things myself, but I don't have an accountability partner and somebody there to push me on the days that I don't feel like it, right? So that's the difference. I can still be in shape. I can still go run 2 miles every day like we used to, right? I can still go do those things, but I don't, because I don't have that accountability, right? I had to find the accountability for a coach. So it's the same thing here, is you've got to have someone to push you and poke you on the days you don't feel like it, because there's going to be, again, I'm not saying it's easy, but there's going to be days where things come up in your personal life that are going to really try to knock you down, and that accountability partner is there to help hold you up and to help you keep going, right? The biggest thing that I can share that's helped me shift my mind is every time there's a new level in your life, whether it's finances, whether it's finances, personal growth, spirituality, whatever level you're trying to elevate in your life, to get to that next level, there's always going to be some sort of challenge. For every level, there's a new devil, right? So if you want to make more money, you want to get in shape, whatever it is, you start doing what's consistent to get there. Some kind of devil is going to come into your life to try to stop you, right? It could attack your health. It could attack your finances. It could attack your family. Something is going to come and attack. And that is the challenge that's given to you to pass, to achieve and attain that new level, right? And most people, 95% of people, are doing what they want. They're going to their goals. That challenge comes in, that devil comes in, and they back off, right? Same thing. They start again with something new. That challenge comes in, they back off. So they're in this cycle doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. When you don't realize that, when I started to realize that challenge, yeah, it's a challenge. Yeah, it's hard. It's not easy, but it is a blessing, because when I pass that challenge, my next level of whatever I wanted is right there waiting, right? It's there waiting for me. So understand that if you can try to shift your mind, and that's what I started to do, is anytime a challenge comes in, I say to myself, okay, I don't know, and you're not going to know why that challenge has come into your life. You're not going to know till later when it's over and you can reflect back on it, right? But I say to myself, I have no idea why this is here. I don't know why it's attacking me, my family, my health, my finances, whatever. I don't know why it's here, but I know it's a challenge that's meant to help me grow. And when I grow and I pass that challenge, I'm going to get everything that I've been working towards. And if you can apply and shift your mindset, right, just create that habit in your mind from saying, why is this happening to me, and backing off of everything you were doing and just keep going, is you will have that breakthrough. And that's when you hear, always you hear speakers and things like that are on stage or achieve something. They always talk about breakthroughs. That is the breakthrough they're talking about, is there was a devil introduced that you can't think of that happens in your life, and it's that challenge for you to pass. Because here's the thing, no matter, I don't know what you guys believe in, God, universe, whatever, is that until God or the universe is going to keep challenging you with the same lesson until you pass it. So if you keep backing off, it's going to come in the future in a different way, and it's going to keep challenging you. And he's going to keep bringing it through different people, different situations, different attacks in your life to help you learn that lesson, right? So understand that life is challenges, and it's getting through them and passing them. And if you can just trust, it's hard. I get it's hard to trust because you don't know what to trust, but you just say, I know I'm going to keep going. I know at some point there'll be that breakthrough, and when I pass, my next level is coming. Then that happens. And, reflecting back on what I've been able to achieve and different things I've had, is that every time I wanted more money, I wanted to grow spiritually, mentally, help my family, there was always some challenge that came in that I could never think of, that I could never understand. It came into my life, and it was a challenge to get through, right? That's why it's called a challenge. But when I did, that next level came, right? So that's the biggest mindset shift you guys can apply that will completely change your life, and really bring abundance and anything you want into your life, and in so many different ways. So I will open the floor. If you guys have any specific questions for me, you guys can write in the chat, and I'll answer any specific questions. But I just kind of wanted to talk about certain small principles that I wish somebody told me, that I had to learn the hard way, or I wish somebody told me in the beginning of my journey, so that I wouldn't have had to experience as many challenges. And, that's what a coach, a mentor is it's a shortcut to success. And not necessarily that there is a shortcut. There is no elevator to success. There's a staircase, but mentors and coaches and information, not even mentors and coaches, but certain information allows you to skip a step or two. It allows you to avoid mistakes, right? Same thing like in the Forex markets. I had to learn the hard way. When I first learned, I tried to use YouTube and all this different free stuff, and mistakes cost me money. It cost me more money than if I would have just got a mentor. So it's, you have a mentor or you have mistakes. Mistakes cost more money than a mentor and a coach. And it's not even that, it's information, right? Information that you have that'll completely change, you know, and help you get where you want to go faster. And that's the beauty of the program we have, is you have professionals teaching you and showing you, you have professionals teaching you and showing you exactly what mistakes they've made. And if you follow what they're saying, you now have a shorter cut to those goals and things you have. You know, IMLTV is huge. These educators have, you know, spent a lot of time, a lot of money, have made a lot of mistakes, and they're teaching you to avoid that. You know, same thing with the leadership that we have for network marketing. The principles they teach us applies to everything. I've been able to apply a lot of those principles to my life and crunch years down to create success. All right. So understand that, you know, really having a mentor, and not even a mentor, information. Always be filling your mind with information, getting on the 7-figure mentorship call. Even if you don't want to be a network marketer or build the business, there's still principles and things that are said you can learn, right? And I tend to find and see a lot of people that don't want to go to things, don't want to be around certain people because, well, I don't want to be a network marketer, or I don't want to be a Forex trader, or I don't want to be like that person, or anything. If that person has achieved some form of success, right? And even though it's not that specific success or thing you want to do, there's still principles you can learn from. So I try to surround myself all the time with people, right? Like Jason, Matt, Chris. I'm always on phone calls with them. I'm always going to meetings, flying different places to be around them, because there's principles that I can learn from them and apply to my life. Whether I want to do exactly what they're doing or not, it's principles of how they act, how they talk to people, how they receive information, right? How they take challenges. These are all things that I'm like a sponge that I just take in myself and I learn from, because they have principles that they've applied that's changed their life, and I can apply those to myself. So yeah, always being a student in anything that we do, you know. And it's fun, you know, when you really start to do your 4 things a day every day, and you start to see growth in yourself and how you're thinking and how you're feeling and how you're doing. It becomes addicting, actually. You know, like, it was hard for me to, as soon as I wake up, I do a sprint and I do fast interval workouts, right? It was hard for me to create that habit when I woke up, very hard. And I'm still in my phase of consciously doing that. Right? But it's starting to become addicting, because the feeling I get after, how energized I feel, how good I feel, is there. And now it's an addicting thing, and it actually turns into fun. So once you can pass that 27-day period, or it might not even take that long, right? You start to get addicted to the growth and hunger. You hear a lot of successful people talk about how they're obsessed with that specific thing, is because they've gotten addicted to growth and to hunger, and they love it and feel it. So if you can apply those 4 principles into your life, where it's, I'm going to do 4 things every day, no matter if it's a holiday, my birthday, anything, and you can start to track where you're currently at and replace certain habits, bad habits, with good ones, you will start to see tremendous changes in your life every single day, right? Moving into that. So a book that, again, I mentioned earlier that I can suggest those of you that like reading, it's called Millionaire Success Habits. I think if you go online, you might be able to find it. I think he sends it for free, and you just pay for shipping. It's like $5 or $10. Or you can find it on Amazon. But Millionaire Success Habits is a great book, and it gives you call to actions every day to do to help you transform into those things. So those of you that don't like reading, audios are huge. When you drive to work, when you're cooking, when you're in the shower, whether you're consciously listening or not, if you're consciously paying attention or subconsciously, it's good to play it there, because your subconscious mind is more powerful than your conscious mind. So it's going to pick up principles and things that are automatically going to be there for you, right? So apply that into your life every day. And you know, don't think that you have to do a lot of things at once. Just take 10, 20, 30 minutes a day for each small thing out of your 4 things, and just do it over time, and you're going to start to see a change in what it is that you do. Because I understand, most of us have lives and families and issues and things that come up in life. Someone said, did you have a question? There's going to be things that come up in life that are going to discourage us, right? But we just got to keep going and find it that way and connect with people, and I know that's the cool thing about is you get to network with people that have different skill sets, have different lives, different experiences that you can learn from and connect with, so just the community, being part of the community alone, outside of all the information that we get in the trading world and in the networking world, is huge, to be able to connect, with people and things like that. Does anybody have any questions?
I was asking if Perdita had a question because she raised her hand. So I wasn't sure if she was doing that, if she had a question, or if it was just by accident.
Okay.
So, Perdita, if you have a question, just go ahead and drop it in the chat so we can get it answered. If anyone else has a question, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Otherwise, I say thank you, Spela. That was amazing. I took away a lot of nuggets. I always do. And I'll be dropping the recording. So in case you guys want to go back to, take some more nuggets if you missed something, But, okay, she said she made it clear. Thank you. Awesome. I'm glad. Okay. So then I guess, yeah, thank you, Spela, so much. If you guys got value, can you drop some 777s in the chat for our Spela Sluga, please? Let her know that we appreciate her. Thank you, you guys. And thank you, everyone, for hopping on. So I hope you guys have an amazing day, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you. Wait, were you on both?